Hey everyone, this is Erik Scholten at the VMware booth. We're at the Solutions Exchange and I'm joined by Erik Scholten. Erik, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Great show.
Great show. We know each other for years. We're from the blogging scene. You started out with VM Guru.
Yeah, that's a site that we've been running for 8 years now.
For 8 years already? Yeah.
It's a whole crew, so I don't do the work all alone. So.
Okay, but you get the revenues.
We have to share that one. Yeah.
Okay, besides the VMguru.com website, is it now? You're also an employee of VMware.
Yes, almost 2 years now.
Almost 2 years. And this week you are on a stand for vRealize Operations and Log Inside. Can you tell me a bit more about those products?
vRealize Operations and Log Inside is of course part of our cloud management suite, which enables customers to manage on-premise infrastructure and cloud infrastructure from a single pane of glass.
Yeah. You hear people saying a lot of times single pane of glass, but vRealize Operations is really a single pane of glass because you can plug in solutions and you can monitor View, you can monitor NSX, you can monitor third-party solutions, and it is a one user interface for your end user where all those things can be monitored.
That's correct. You can. It's a strange thing from a vendor perspective, but it's very extensible. We like to offer our customers freedom of choice, and with the management solution, you can add management packs to build on the native functionality of VROps and extend it to monitor your whole infrastructure from the physical layer up to the application.
So Log Inside is also tied into vRealize Operations. What's the benefit of tying in a logging solution with a monitoring solution?
You can do a quick root cause analysis. If you have a problem in a specific time space, you can drill down on that and see the logs for that specific period in time. And you can create alerts from that. So the alerts from Log Inside, you can push them to vRealize Operations and have, again, the single pane of glass for your whole infrastructure.
So if we translate this into a real use case and we have, for instance, an HBA card that is not responsive anymore or the bandwidth is very low, then you can correlate a performance problem to something that happens on the host. For instance, someone has installed a new driver and there were errors in the logs and you can actually see why the performance has decreased and what the root cause is.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, that's great. So about the new features, I know it's still a technology preview, but this morning there was also a discussion about predictive DRS. The problem is that people are looking at the DRS cluster and they see that the load is pretty good balanced, but you sometimes have a host with more VMs and another host with less VMs, and you want to do a rebalance. Is vOperations also able to advise regarding that rebalance action?
In vRealize Operations, since the previous version, we have the rebalance container option, which is pretty much DRS across clusters, so you can balance out workloads across clusters. But that has nothing to do with the predictive DRS side. That's a whole different feature. Very cool though.
Okay. So balance across clusters means if you have multiple clusters, then vRealize Operations can have a helicopter view and see that another cluster is underutilized, and you can migrate your workload to another cluster based on a prediction of vRealize Operations.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
So you can utilize all your infrastructure in a good way and spread out your load across the clusters.
Okay. So another cool feature is the plugin for VMware View. So you can actually see how fast your applications are starting. You can see the user logons. You can see the individual desktops. Do you see a lot of customers using additional plugins in vRealize Operations?
Now, the one for Horizon View is very cool. Then you can, with vRealize Operation natively without Horizon, you can also already view from the hardware up to the application stack. And with the Horizon add-on, you can also see how the application is performing within the virtual desktop. So it's really the whole stack from the application in the back end to the application in the front end and everything in between.
Okay, that's great. Well, Erik, many thanks for the interview.
You're welcome.
Have a good VMworld, and maybe I see you at the party tonight.
You will certainly.